It's Monday. You all know what that means. Coffee. Hope everybody had a good weekend and that you're all having a good day. I decided I'm going to get out of the house today. So yeah, week number 8 came and went. One song every single week for an entire year challenge. Feeling pretty happy about the song. Came out really good, and I like the way that it felt. Tomorrow's my writing day. I'm gonna start writing on another song and do some recording, hopefully. But yeah, after that last song, I'm feeling kind of empty at the moment. Low energy for some reason this week. So anyways, when I feel low energy, I like to do something to try to recharge my batteries and make me feel better and more creative. Alright, so I came to one of my favorite places on San Juan Island, down here at Cattle Point. It's a beautiful little spot here on the southern tip of San Juan Island. If you're ever on San Juan Island, come down to Cattle Point Lighthouse, check it out. Yeah, so last week I was talking a little bit about the process that I go through of what my process is to make music, but it got me thinking. I didn't really go into a lot of details about the how or the why, or really get that deep into it. I just kind of went over what my schedule looked like every week while I was making music. I don't know if people realize how much energy is involved to do it consistently for a prolonged period of time. I mean, artists will usually hit these periods of sudden creativity and they can make a bunch of songs all at once, but to do it consistently every single week for a long period of time takes so much more above and beyond than what most people are willing to do. Usually people who are producing a lot of music, they're already working a 40-hour work week, and then you got to find the energy and dig deep every single week to also work another 40 hours in your personal time to develop and not only write and create your music, but then you got to memorize, you got to perform, you got to do all these other things. You got to promote it, you got to market it, or no one will ever see it, no one will ever enjoy your work. So that's definitely a big side of it that I don't really want to get into too much detail about. But I was thinking about the two biggest things that I think about when I'm making a song, along with two other things that kind of go along to support that, like your skill level and your technique that you use, how lyrical you are, how versed are you with your lyrics, do you have a big vocabulary to draw upon. That is a tool you can use to help you create your art. But that doesn't mean that you can't create art or start somewhere even if you haven't developed those skills yet. Those are things that take a lot of time and practice. The other thing would be, what is your style? What kind of music do you make? Do you sing? Do you rap? Do you play with the different styles, or do you stick to just one? I think that, there's a lot of artists that stick to one style, which is totally fine, nothing against that. But I also think that if you expand all your different styles, it's going to make you more well-versed and more rounded as a musician. So that's also something that I think is another tool that really goes into supporting the two biggest things I think all musicians or artists should think about. I think one of the biggest, most important things about making music is, what is your feeling or emotion that you're bringing to your audience? What are you putting into the music? It definitely takes a huge amount of energy out of yourself. It's a transfer of energy. Sharing music with people, whether you're performing or even just recording a track. Even if people don't like what I make, they have a strong reaction to it, they have a strong feeling to it. That's the art, that's the key. Whether they love it or hate it, do I make them feel something? Do I feel something? Do I make them feel something? But I think the biggest, most important thing about making music would be, what is your content? What are you actually saying? And I don't think you always need to have like the best technique or skill level to say something important. I think that always at the essence of everything you make should be, what is your content? What are you saying something of value, or are you just saying nonsense, saying nothing? Content first, style and emotion second, two biggest things. It doesn't matter your technique and your skill level. Those are all just tools to support your two biggest things. Sometimes it can just be setting a mood. Music doesn't always have to be saying anything of value per se, but then that feeling. That's why the second biggest important thing to me is, what feeling are you transferring? The classical composers really would understand that. It's all about the feeling of the music, talking through that rather than anything a lyric could say. So, if you're gonna go put lyrics on top of the music aspect of it, that's why I think it's important to make sure any word that you might say be equally as valuable. But I urge you also not to just get set in one pattern or one style repeatedly. So like when you hear me make music, I'm always trying to mix it up. I'm not always releasing the same sound. I like to sing fast or slow, rap fast or slow. I like to add harmonies and melodies and add instruments sometimes, and do so much more than just one style all the time. That helps me explore the medium and become a better artist and develop my skills. And if you're not challenging yourself in your art, where are you really going with it? These are all things that I think about, and I'm sure it's different for a lot of other artists. Definitely I want to do it full time as a career because it's my passion in life, but it's because it's my passion, it's what I want to spend all my time doing, just making music, is why I want to do it. It's not about the money or being famous, but you need fans and you need people to support your work if you're going to live off of it. So that's the flip side of it. So for me, it's definitely about the passion of it. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas. What do you make music for? And I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think maybe are the most important things to focus on. For me, it's definitely content, emotion, followed by style and skill. So style and skill are your tools. Content and emotion, I always think, should be at the forefront. Pound that like button, subscribe, share the content, share the love. We'll catch you all next week. Right now we're on week 9. It's been a good 2 months so far. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what I can come up with this week and how my writing session will go tomorrow. But yeah, much peace and love to you all. Catch you later.